Hello, everyone. My name is Shumo Chu. I'm the co-founder of Menta Network. We're building privacy layer for the Web3. Let me first introduce Manta Team. We are founded in October 2020, and we're backed by top Silicon Valley crypto native VCs like Polychain, Multicoin, Parify, and CoinFund. We have 24 full members, which have extensive expertise in zero-knowledge proof cryptography and distributed systems. We have 4 teams: applied crypto team, runtime and protocol team, front-end and full-stack team, and DevOps team. We're hiring both engineering and non-engineering positions despite the bear market. Let me first tell you Menta 1.0. Menta 1.0 is a multi-asset shielded payment on Polkadot and Kusama. This is MantaPay Architecture. You can see on the bottom layer, this is MantaPay Architecture runtime, which is runtime developed in Substrate framework. And on the runtime, there is a MantaPay palette. The core of MantaPay palette is a MantaPay circuit written in ZK Snark. And this MantaPay circuit compiled to a ZKP verifier. As a user, you just need to download Menta's ZKP signer to have your own secret and generate ZKP locally. Whenever you send a transaction, you instead of plain text, you send a zero-knowledge proof. And you can see this zero-knowledge proof contains the information can verify the transfer. And by the nature, a zero-knowledge proof will not leak any of your financial information, thus you have ultimate privacy. Menta is also committed to a multi-chain plus cross-chain world. Currently, we're using XEM to communicate with all the Kusama and Polkadot parachains to privatize the Kusama and the Polkadot assets. And in the future, we're deploying decentralized bridges such as Wormhole and Acceler to bridge to the broader asset ecosystems such as Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, and Polygon, and so on. You can actually try MantaPay today at Dolphin Testnet v2. On the bottom screen, I show the link. We actually launched the Dolphin Testnet v2 for 2 weeks. We already get more than 135K private transactions and more than 20K plus ZKP wallet download. You are encouraged to try it for yourself. Let me tell you the MantaPay Testnet features. First, we have reusable address. Different than the previous generation private payment protocol. Now you have a single reusable address and you can share among your friends, you can publish on your website while still enjoy the privacy. Secondly, each reusable address is associated with viewing keys. And you can use these viewing keys for selective disclosure and also regulation compliance. Third, we actually achieved 10x performance boost on the prover side, which I'll explain in the next slides. So what's special about the ZKP happens in MantaPay? There are several points. First, we actually built the most optimized Poseidon hash implementation, compared with all the existing implementation, including Arcworks and Falcon. In our Poseidon implementation, in each Poseidon hash, it only requires 267 gross 16 constraint. And secondly, we built a streamlined private payment protocol. As a result, our ZKP circuit only contains 20K constraint, which is 1/10 of Zcash sapling circuit. And this translates to blazingly fast concrete performance. For example, our user only needs 2 seconds to generate ZKP proof on their modernly configured desktops or laptops. Now, I'm also more excited to share with you what's next for Menta. We're actually building composable and programmable privacy for Web3. That's one step further. We call this platform Poseidon, which is a scalable smart contract platform for private assets. This is a Poseidon infrastructure, right? You can see Poseidon are actually built bottom up. This relies on Menta infrastructure layer. It currently has 2 circuits, but in the future we'll have more. It currently has MantaPay circuit and MantaEmpty circuit. The innovative part is that here as a normal developer and as a normal user, you don't have to deal with ZKP at all. So we're using the EVM precompile to provide the same interface as ERC20 and ERC721 and ERC1155. And this enables a tons of applications. And from a user's point of view, you don't need to worry about your asset is private or not. Your private asset is as usable as your public asset. And as a developers, you can just deploy your favorite DAC, AMM, like NFT Marketplace, like DeFi, lending, all these protocols without single lines of code change. I think the Poseidon's most strength is effortless programmability for the private asset. What does it mean? It means both composability and compatibility. Let me explain that further. First, compatibility. Right? Poseidon is EVM equivalent programming layer. It's actually more than EVM compatible, which means at bytecode level, we are equivalent to EVM. This implies that we support all the EVM languages, for example, Solidity, Viper, and Phi. It also supports all the EVM toolchains, for example, Remix, Infura, MetaMask, the Graph, and many debuggers that all the programmers love to use. And also, these effort programmabilities bring possibilities, which means any of the existing DApp, right? As long as they are not using the functionalities that conflict with privacy, right? So you can, with zero lines code chain, just deploy on P0x and you get private smart contract. For example, Uniswap deploy on the P0x will become private swap, and OpenSea will deploy on P0x will be the marketplace for private NFTs. That's it, and please join Menta Network in our Web3 journey.